This video was taken in relatively shallow water in the Swains Reefs, roughly from 10 to 15 metres. There are a number of species involved. The ones with the single stripe are hussa. Now, hussa quite commonly occur in large schools. And they're very often the first fish that will actually feed on bait when you put the camera down. They're not large, but there's many of them. To the left of centre is a coral trout. Now, he's not feeding at the moment because he doesn't recognise the bait as being food. Only when the other species separate part of the backbone just doing that now and take it away, does he become interested. So you can see that it's in the mouth of a small species, and in comes the coral trout and starts to feed on it. There's another one comes in as well. You can see him in the centre. There they are with the backbone. There's a tug of war going on there between several fish for that backbone. So coral trout seem to prefer to feed on baits that are actually away from the bottom. Now the fish that's feeding, there's another coral trout coming in now. You can see he's looking at the bait but not really interested at the moment. The fish that are feeding at the moment, there's an iodine brim and two small thumbprint emperor. Here's a group of them. They're very common as well. There's 4 or 5 there. And there's a large Venus tuskfish as well. Now these thumbprint emperor are very common in the Swains, and they get to be in large schools at times. It's very hard to get a bait past them. In comes the large Venus tuskfish. If you look at it, you can see that it's a male. It has that dark stripe from the back of the dorsal fin across the operculum, the gill plate. If you watch the thumbprint emperor carefully, you can see that they can turn off and on their black spot. So the one on the left, one just in front of the camera there now, he's turned it off at the moment. The one left of centre now has turned it back on. No idea why. They seem to be able to do it quite readily. If you watch them, you'll see it comes and goes. There's another Venus tuskfish at the moment. Much smaller one in the background. Now that's a female. You can see it lacks that black stripe. There it is in the centre now. The other common name for Venus tuskfish is parrotfish. I'll just show you the difference between the Venus tuskfish and true parrotfish. Okay, the black ones in the picture at the moment are true parrotfish. Now, coming towards us is a Venus tuskfish. If you look at his teeth, he's got peg-like teeth. Parrotfish, on the other hand, have fused teeth that just look like a chisel, top and bottom. So here comes some parrotfish now. If you look carefully at their teeth, you'll see that they are fused together. Now, these guys aren't actually eating the bait. What they're doing is picking at the coral. If you look carefully at their teeth, they're quite different to that of the Venus tuskfish. But both swim with their pectoral fins, so that's probably why they both get the name of parrotfish. There you can see those fused teeth. Another very common fish are the iodine brim. Now, if you look to the right at the rear, just swimming into view is an iodine brim. You can see the dark line through its eye. Monocle sea brim or iodine brim. Now, these are another species that can change their colour. If you have a look at the one that's in that highlighted area, in the front, you can see that it's got a variegated pattern. Behind it are two others. Now, that's the typical coloration that you see in those. Quite different to the variegated pattern. Thanks for watching.